School with Geeks on Tour, and this is Fun with Photos. Today I'm going to talk about keeping your photos safe. I mean, you can't have fun with them if you've lost them, right? And there's 3 different features. Don't lose your photos when you lose your phone. That's absolutely the most important one. But there's more. You should prevent accidents when you do something stupid when you are editing or deleting photos. That's another kind of backup. And most of us like to have a local copy of our best photos for offline viewing. Now, there's lots of different ways of doing all of this, but to keep it short, I'm going to cut to the chase and just show you how I do this, how I keep my photos safe. But first, I need to share with you a little bit of terminology to make sure that you understand how I am using certain words. First, I'm going to be saying the cloud a lot. You may wonder, where did the term cloud come from? Well, it was from people who had to diagram their computer networks. And when it came to diagramming this huge interplanetary feature called the internet, they just used a cloud. I like it, especially if you actually think of it as a cloud above the earth. Then it helps with the terminology upload and download. If you have something on the device in your hands and you want it in the cloud, you have to upload. If there's something in the cloud already and you want it on your device, you have to download. And last about the cloud is you don't just put your photos anywhere in the cloud. You have to pay for some storage space, and you do that through an account. Every account has a username and password. The photos are stored for your eyes only, unless you should specifically choose to share something. The last term is backup. Now, the first meaning of the word is simply to copy photos from your phone to the cloud. That is a backup from your phone to the cloud. But there's more. I say that there's something called a true backup, which is an extra copy that you don't touch. For example, I use Google Photos for the number 1, copying photos to the cloud, and I work with them there. It's my working copy, so I could accidentally delete bunches of them. If so, I better have another backup. Okay, so the first and most important step to keeping your photos safe is don't lose your photos when you lose your phone. The way I do that is I use the Google Photos app, and let me show you what I mean. So here is my phone, and here is the Google Photos app. Now on an iPhone, you would have to install the app using the Apple App Store. On an Android, it may already be installed. Just take a look for it. Otherwise, install it from the Google Play Store. Now, I open the Google Photos app. I tap on the account button, my little face in the upper right, and I go to Settings, Backup. So just notice that backup is on. That means that whenever I take a photo with this phone, it is going to get copied to the cloud in my Google Photos account. Let me demonstrate. I'm going to take my sweet polar bear here with his beanie cap, and I'm going to take a picture of him. So with that phone, I go into the camera, I take a picture of the polar bear with the beanie. Now I go into Google Photos just to show you this is happening without my doing anything. As long as that setting is turned on and I'm on Wi-Fi, then that photo is getting backed up to the Google Photos cloud, and I can prove it. First, I will look at the account button, and it says backup complete. So in between the time I took the photo and I started showing you the screen, it got backed up. I can go to the computer and a web browser and just take a look at photos.google.com. Now I am looking online at my Google Photos account, and there is the picture I just took. So if my phone went overboard or got run over by the car right now, I would not lose this photo. I could even just get any other device, and as long as I installed Google Photos and I have it set to the same account, I will see the photo, even though this device didn't take the picture. So no worries. I could lose my phone. I don't lose my photos. The next step is to have a true backup. Let's say you mistakenly deleted a lot of photos out of your Google account, or maybe Google mistakenly said that your account was bad and deleted it. I don't know. You better have another backup. I call that a true backup. The easiest way to do this is with another cloud account, such as OneDrive or Dropbox or Amazon Photos. Let me show you how you would do this with Amazon Photos. So here is my phone, and here is the Amazon Photos app. I go into the settings, and auto save, and notice that Photos is on. So that means anytime that you open this app, it is looking for photos and it's going to back it up. Notice you do have to open the app to make it work. If you want to see the photos that have been backed up by Amazon, here they are. There is my little polar bear. So if my Google account should go away and my phone is lost, I still have my original photos on Amazon, and I never delete them from here. If you don't want to use another cloud account, you could back up your phone's pictures to your computer. All you need is a cable. You plug one end into the phone, the other into your computer, and then you can use the files and folders to copy the photos over. Or you can get a thumb drive. Yes, they actually make thumb drives that will work in the phone. On this particular one, I take this cap off and I have a lightning adapter. This will go into an iPhone. I take this end off and I have a C adapter that will go into an Android phone. And then I can also put the cap back on and I get a regular USB-A adapter that'll go into the computer. The third and final layer is to download a copy, probably just of your best photos, to your computer so that you have offline. If for chance you're somewhere where there's no internet, you have your computer, you still have your pictures. Let me show you what I mean. So here are all my Google Photos, and I have thousands and thousands and thousands of them. I would like to have a copy on my computer's hard drive, but not of all of these. I take several pictures anytime that I see something nice. I don't want all of those on my computer. I have developed a system over the years where I make an album of my best photos for each month. So for example, here is April. Instead of the probably 1,500 pictures I took in April, this is just a couple hundred of my best pictures. These are what I want to download to my computer, and you can do that. I just open the album, I click the three dots, and I download all. It takes a minute to put it together, but then it comes up with a zip file that has all of those pictures in it, and I can specify where to put those. I keep them on an external hard drive in a folder called Pictures, and notice I've been doing this for many, many years. So I can just open the folder for this year and download. And I'm happy with the name it gives it. It gives it 2023-04 April. That's what I called my album. That will now become a folder or a zip file on my external hard drive. And if something should crash the entire internet, I still have my best photos. Now you can rest easy knowing that your photos are completely safe. And for an extra bonus, if you make albums in Google Photos, it's just a couple of clicks to ask them to print you a photo book.
Something new coming to Windows 11 in its next major update. Let me show you what that's going to be. Start by going to Settings, and you can either go there via the Start menu and Settings, or you can simply use the shortcut key of the Windows key and the I for information. That also opens up your settings. Once you get the settings, go to Personalization. Next, we want Background. Currently, you only have 3 choices. It's either a slideshow, which is what mine is set for, and I have it set to pick the pictures from my Pictures folder. The other currently available options are a solid color or a picture. You can choose a picture. That's choosing an available picture. In my case, I already selected one, and once I select it, you'll see my background changed to that picture. But in the next update, you'll have one more choice to choose from, and that is Windows Spotlight. When you select it, Windows selects a picture for your background. You can't change it every hour or at your will. Windows or Microsoft will decide when it's time for the next Spotlight background. But it's one more option, and they have some beautiful pictures, as you can see from this example. Something to look forward to with the next major update on Windows 11. In my last tutorial on Windows 11, we talked about a new feature that will be coming out with the release of Windows 11 23H2, which will be released sometime in the 4th quarter of this year, about a feature called Windows Spotlight, which is a way for Microsoft to change the background picture on your desktop. And I had mentioned yesterday that we don't control it, Microsoft does. But since yesterday, I found out something else in this new feature that will be coming in the next release of Windows 11. Let me close down the settings to set it up. Once it's released, just watch yesterday's video. But once it's been installed, as it has been on my Insider Preview build of Windows 11, you'll find an icon at the bottom right-hand corner. That new icon is labeled as Learn More About This Picture, which is the current display on your desktop. If you right-click that icon, it pops up a description about the current image displayed on your desktop. You'll also notice that there are 3 other images that are being displayed. And what you can do, this is the current one, the one in the upper left-hand corner of this pop-up that describes the scene. But you can choose any one of the others if you like them more. For instance, if I select the bottom left, it changes the display on my desktop to that picture. If I choose the top right one, there is that picture. And the last bottom right now gives me that one. So I do have some control of which images will be shown on my desktop until the next image comes along and Microsoft changes it to that next image. Some other things to point out when this is open. Not only can you change to any one of the other 3 images, but you can also select Map It, See More Photos, Dramatic Dams, or Explore the Peak District. These searches all open up the web browser. Let me just show it to you. Map it. You can see it opens up a map and shows you where this is located. See more photos. More photos similar to the one that's currently being displayed. Dramatic dams. And the last item, explore the Peak District. From here, of course, you can also explore, book flights, stays, car rental packages. So if you're really interested in the area, there's a lot of things you can do from that particular new feature. Keep that in mind. Once this is released, you might be interested. I'm happy using it right now. You now have this latest image that I selected displayed as your desktop background. And if you want to learn more about it, just do a right click on the icon that says learn more about this picture. Stay safe, stay secure. I hope that helps.
ChatGPT is now available as an Android and iOS app on your smartphone in July of 2023. I'm Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. We've been waiting a long time for ChatGPT to roll out apps for our smartphone, and it's done. They're slowly rolling it out around the world in different locations. And recently, in Canada and the United States, the Android and iOS app have been made available for us. Today I'm going to talk about installing the Android app on my smartphone, my Pixel 6. If you are a new or experienced user of ChatGPT, you'll want to watch this video because there are some changes that have occurred and limitations with the Android app. I'm going to explain that when I show you how to install it on your smartphone today. This is using ChatGPT as a browser-based application on your smartphone. We'll look up ChatGPT in our Google browser. We'll find that here, and you'll see now we click the login. Welcome to ChatGPT. We're going to log in. I use the Google prompt to enter rather than a password. This puts me right into my ChatGPT account. There's a few setup processes that you need to do, but it brings you to the main menu, and you have the option of a free account or upgrading to Chat 3.5 or ChatGPT 4. All right, let's look at the difference between running ChatGPT on your browser versus the Android app on your smartphone. The first thing you're going to need to do to install the Android app is you're going to need to go to the Play Store and download it. This is so important that you pay attention and only download the ChatGPT app from OpenAI. When you go to the Play Store, you're going to see lots of things that look similar and lots of other apps that are going to try and fool you. But you only want the ChatGPT app from OpenAI, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. The second thing is you're going to want to have a ChatGPT account. If you have an account and you've been using ChatGPT, no problem, it will sync up and everything will be fine. The third thing you need to know is if you want to upgrade to 3.5 or a higher version of ChatGPT, you cannot do it in the app. You have to do that on the web portal through your browser, and then it will flow through to the app. This probably will change in the future, but right now it can only be done on the web portal. Also, all your search history and everything will be available for you on the app as well. So let's have a look and see how the app is going to install on your smartphone. All right, let's go to the Play Store. We're now on my Pixel 6 phone. I'm going to click the Play Store and we're going to look for ChatGPT. Now, you can do a search and look for ChatGPT. I got an ad right away that says, now available ChatGPT, the official version, and I clicked install. Let's open it. It looks as though it's installed now. And here we are. This is the main message in the app. It looks a little different than the web-based version. We can now type a message. And if we come up to the top, you'll see I'm using the free plan. If you have paid for a plan and you're using a higher version, then that will be there. All right, let's look at the settings. You'll see my email address. I have the subscription free plan, data controls. We have ChatGPT Plus. We have the premium features, priority access, and ultra fast coming soon in the app. So you have to select this, and if you want to upgrade, do this through the web portal rather than the app. Data controls, you have chat history and training. You have clear chat history, export data, and delete an account. You have the option of color scheme. You have light, dark, or system default. You have haptic feedback, and it auto-detects your language. The thing I want to point out in our message center here, we can either type the message in or we can dictate it in. This makes it quick for easy access. Just to give you an idea how fast it is, I'm going to ask it to do 5 important things to stay healthy. And you can see that it did that very quickly. So that is the ChatGPT app that you can use on your smartphone. So ChatGPT can be used through your browser on your Android phone or the new Android ChatGPT app. I think you'll find a few less steps to use the app, and of course you have voice dictation to make it even faster. Give it a try, but make sure you get it from the Play Store and that it is OpenAI's version. Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Hopefully you enjoyed this video.